Hi everybody, welcome back to Lockdown Lessons Part 27. With me today I've got Brodie Robb from Alexander's Consultancy. So firstly I'd just like to say hi to you, Brodie.
Yeah, hi Phil. Good afternoon.
Good to have you on. So yeah, for those people that are watching this right now that don't know who you are, perhaps you could just introduce yourself, let us know a bit about what you actually do and how you help people, Brodie.
Yeah, like you say, my name's Brodie Robb. I'm the founder of Alexander's Consultancy. We are a completely outsourced sales consultancy company. What we are really there to do is to help companies take a product or a solution out to market without that organisation having to go through the rigmarole of having to recruit, train, pay, incentivise their own in-house sales team.
Fantastic. Put that across really well. So this is called Lockdown Lessons. So that's what we're going to be speaking about, Brodie. So if you can cast your mind back to a year and 2 days ago, March the 23rd, 2020, around what time did you think, around that time, what sort of did you think there was going to be a problem commercially? And at what stage did you think this could be a big issue?
Yeah, well, going back to that stage, I was a sales director myself, working for an employer, and being in sales, I could see the problems obviously quite early on. Because a lot of sales directors that I was speaking with, business owners, other directors, they were all facing the same challenges in that they still had targets that they had to meet, quite rightly, but their resource was getting squeezed, whether that be budget for marketing or sales, or whether that be staffing numbers being reduced. So right from the very beginning, I could tell that it was going to be, we were going to have to evolve, otherwise things were going to be very challenging.
So in terms of the news, what you were watching at the time, at what point did you say in the news, that doesn't look great?
Well, I think it was when we actually first physically went into lockdown. It seemed, there was a lot of talk and rumours, wasn't there, at the time about this might happen and this is going to happen. But until I sat down and listened to Boris with my partner, and then all of a sudden we were under those restrictions, that was when it really hit home for myself, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was more. I think when Italy went into lockdown, I thought, oh, this is quite close to home now. I was starting to get a bit worrying. But yeah, it was an interesting time, if we put it politely. So let's focus on the positive. What wins have you actually had since the original lockdown? We went in on March the 23rd.
We've had a number of wins, and a lot of progress. Obviously, I just started the company very recently, just back in November, so we're only sort of 5 months in now. But we're already out representing our clients and doing deals, and increasing their representation across various different sectors. And some of these sectors are sectors that I never really thought I'd be involved with, from commodities to facilities management, PPE to raising capital, software sales. Lots of different things. So we've got off to a pretty quick start. We've grown quite organically, but we have got off to a pretty quick start.
Good. So most people have had challenges, especially when you start a brand new business. So what sort of challenges have you experienced since you got started, Brodie?
We've not actually, touch wood, I think we've been really lucky, and we've not faced any major challenges as a business just yet. I'm sure it'll come, but not yet. On a personal note, though, I think for me, it's not having that face-to-face interaction. I'm used to, I like going out and meeting people, going to networking events where I should be representing my clients' interests, going out for lunches and various different things. And not being able to do that, I think that has been quite challenging. I mean, we've overcome it the same way everyone else has, by investing in the right technology, like we're sitting on here today, to do exactly this. But that's probably been the biggest challenge for me personally. It's that lack of face-to-face of interaction.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that because, a lot of people enjoy the fact they don't have to spend all their time on trains and in traveling. Yeah. But actually, they do miss the real world to a certain extent, and the pluses and minuses, right?
Yeah, I think for a lot of people that aren't used to working from home, it maybe seemed like a bit of a novelty in the early stages. Whereas I think now it's starting to have more of a sort of maybe potentially a detrimental effect in some aspects.
Yeah, I think sort of midway through January, I noticed that more because people, I think people were imagining, right, 2020 was a write-off in their words, not necessarily mine.
Yeah.
2021 is going to be wholly different, and actually, no, we still hadn't really got rid of the major problems. So why they expected it to be any different, I'm not really sure. But maybe it was just an overly positive outlook when it came to the new year on 2020.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
I'd agree. And I think the weather as well, the weather made a bit of a difference, you know. So if you were, you know, during the other lockdowns when you could be, if you have a garden and you could go out in the space and maybe do a bit of sunbathing while you're working, that's great. But I don't know about you, but I certainly wouldn't have fancied that during December or January this year.
So I suppose just to step away from the fact that you started the new business in November,
Yeah.
if you imagine the whole period of lockdown the last year, what would you say you've learned about yourself specifically, Brodie, in that time?
I think the most important thing I learned is that it gave me some time for reflection, actually, and to take a step back. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, but sometimes, you know, we're all so busy now, you know, everyone works very hard, but sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. So for me, it was really important to just sort of take a step back, you know, reassess my goals, look at where I was going, and then just reevaluate what it is that, you know, what it is that I want. So, you know, whilst we're obviously going to be coming out of lockdown very soon, it's definitely something that I'm going to remember going forwards. Every now and then, once, you know, even though we're really busy, I think it's really important to still take a step back and have a look exactly at where you are, where we're at.
You're right. I notice a lot of the businesses that I work with and I speak to on a regular basis, they're being controlled by their staff and their customers, and they lose that control quite quickly, often because they get good at what they do and they get busy. So I think that's a great point, to actually have the time to take a step back every now and then and look at things through almost an external pair of eyes can be really useful. So you just mentioned coming out of this lockdown. What's the absolute first thing you're going to be doing when you're released into the wild then, Brodie?
For myself, first thing, about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll be going back to the gym, because it is just quite a big part of my life. It sort of sets the day up for me well. So that'll be the first thing, and followed up by a few nice dinner reservations with family, friends, and a couple of clients as well, which they're already booked. They're already in the diary. So that's what I'll be doing.
I've been struggling, actually. I've got a pub night out with some friends, and yeah, I'm struggling to get through at the moment. I've just got my fingers crossed that they aren't in trouble and they will be reopening at some stage. So there you go. So no, that's good. It's always good to have something positive to look forward to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got a couple of people I know that actually are missing the gym, and it's not the same going out for a run or what have you.
No, I think it depends what sort of fitness that you're into, but for me, not having the gym, I'd say that has been a bit of a challenge, actually.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get going again. And I think from a hospitality point of view, I think it's great that they are, you know, that is an industry that's obviously suffered massively. But I think it will be fantastic for hospitality businesses to be able to get people back in the door again, and and for them to do really well.
Good. So final two questions then. If your ideal customer is watching this right now, what do they look like? What type of industries do they work in? And what are the problems that they've got that you believe you can solve in Alexander's Consultancy, Brodie?
So we're a very broad company. I mean, obviously we're a sales consultancy company. So really what we are looking for is any company that wants to increase profitability through an increase in sales. That is really it. So whether you're in, you know, facilities management, whether you're in tech, whether you're in IT, it doesn't really matter to us. It's just an organisation that's looking to increase their sales turnover, and obviously keep their costs to the minimum.
Fantastic. So just so I understand 100%, do all of your clients have some salespeople already, and you supplement that, or do a lot of them actually not have any sales, and you are their outsourced sales department almost?
No, it's a good question, and it's actually a mix, which was quite surprising to myself. I expected us to be, you know, picking up predominantly new businesses, you know, clever people that have come up with a fantastic idea, but they don't really know how to sell it, and they've not really got any sort of sales backing. But we've got a mix. We've got clients that already have existing sales team, and we just act as a bit of a shot in the arm, as it were, to increase performance. And we've got clients that are, you know, new start businesses that are maybe VC backed or whatever, and they're looking to use a solution like ours instead of going through the process I described at the beginning of your own in-house sales team. So it's a mix, which is nice, you know, big and small.
Good. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So if anyone wants to contact you, what I'm going to do, Brodie, is I'm going to drop the details below in the comments box. But perhaps you could just tell us now how best can people reach you?
Yeah, just go on the website. It's www.alexandersconsultancy.com, or just pick up the phone and give us a call in the office on 0207 197 9659.
Fantastic. And I'll drop your LinkedIn tag at the bottom as well, in case people want to reach you by direct messaging you. So for now, Brodie, thanks so much. Hope life and business work out well for you as we come out of lockdown. And yeah, catch up soon.
Yeah, thanks again for your time, Phil. Nice speaking to you.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.